You're no match for Elsa.
No, you're no match for Elsa.
Welcome to MsMojo, and in this installment of Versus, we'll be crowning the modern-day Disney classic between Frozen and Encanto.
I'm not nervous. I'm as tough as the crust of the earth is.
For this battle of the Disney behemoths, we'll be examining a wide range of categories to make our decision between the 2013 computer-animated musical fantasy film and the 2021 computer-animated musical fantasy comedy flick. Let us tell you, it was not easy. Round 1. Characters. Memorable characters go a long way, and Frozen is packed as tight as an igloo. Elsa became an instant Disney icon and a favorite of 5-year-old children across the world.
Whoa, Elsa, you look different. It's a good different. And this place, it's amazing.
Anna is a solid protagonist and was equally beloved. And the two sisters can often be seen together on merchandising. You simply don't get one without the other.
Anna, go back to sleep. I just can't. The sky's awake, so I'm awake. So we have to play.
Of course, a Disney movie is nothing without a fun cast of supporting characters. Kristoff and Sven make a hilarious team, while Olaf serves as the next big cuddly toy character who probably made bank as a plushie.
Winter's a good time to stay in and cuddle, but put me in summer and I'll be a happy snowman.
All are memorable in their own way, and they are voiced by a stellar cast of A-list celebrities. Despite being newer, Encanto's cast of characters have already snuggled nicely into the Disney canon.
Wait, who's a sister and who's a cousin? There's so many people. How do you keep them all straight?
Mirabel is a relatable underdog protagonist with a touching story. And of course, everyone loves Luisa. She somehow manages to make a mental breakdown funny.
Mirabel and I were having this little talk about me carrying too much, so I tried not to carry so much, but I realized it was putting me behind. I knew I was gonna let everyone down, and I felt really bad, so I was grabbing all the donkeys. But then when I went to throw the donkeys in the barn, they were heavy.
Bruno is another great addition, even if his song is more popular than he is, while Abuela is a surprisingly complex character that has kept people talking and debating. However, the cast may be a little too big for its own good, and the result is many sidelined characters who lack development and screen time.
Camilo, stop pretending you're Dolores so you can have seconds.
Worth a shot.
Encanto may have a strong cast, but there's simply no competing with Frozen in this category. The cast is small and compact, and each character shines in their own unforgettable way. All are household names, and all remain icons all these years later.
I knew you could do it.
Hands down, this is the best day of my life.
Winner, Frozen. Round 2, Role of Magic. Both movies embrace magic as a core theme, and both have magical and unmagical characters.
Elsa, your power will only grow. There is beauty in it, but also great danger.
Elsa harbors secret ice powers that cause her to flee into the mountains. However, the resulting physical and mental isolation result in her powers spinning wildly out of control. Luckily, she eventually realizes that her magic can be seen as a gift instead of a curse. She ends the eternal winter after witnessing her sister's heroic act and discovering the power of love.
An act of true love will thaw a frozen heart.
Love will thaw. Love. Of course. Elsa? Love.
She saves Arendelle from herself, and in the process, learns to embrace that which makes her different.
I like the open gates. We are never closing them again.
Encanto is also about the act of embracing, but in this case, the roles are flipped.
That's everything. What are your powers? Just tell us what everyone can do.
And that's why coffee's for grown-ups.
All of Mirabel's sisters and cousins are magical, having been given a gift from a special candle. But for some reason, Mirabel was skipped and remains magicless, which leaves her feeling ostracized from the family while living in the casita with them. It's not until the sentient house begins to literally fracture that Mirabel discovers her true calling, and that is keeping the family together. The Madrigals embrace the idea that people are more than their gifts, and it allows them to grow stronger as a cohesive unit.
I may not be as strong, but I'm getting wiser.
Yeah, I need sunlight and fertilizer. Come on, let's plant some new and watch it fly straight up to the sky. Let's go!
We're sorry, but this one's a tie. Both messages are equally important and heartwarming, and it's impossible to pick one over the other.
You are perfect. Just like this. You're just as special as anyone else in this family.
Winner, Frozen and Encanto. Round 3, Adventure. What's a Disney movie without a little adventure? It's one of the core components of the company's films, and Frozen contains a great one.
We leave at dawn. And you forgot the carrots for Sven.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't... We leave now. Right now.
Elsa flees into the mountains and builds herself a massive ice palace. Anna teams up with a reclusive Iceman and his reindeer, and he takes her to see a family of talking trolls.
Trolls? They're trolls!
He's brought a girl!
Along the way, characters face the likes of wolves and giant snow monsters. The climactic battle takes place on a frozen lake in the middle of a blizzard, while a power-hungry man stalks the sisters. It's all very exciting, and it's all very Disney.
Don't worry about my ice business. Worry about your hair.
What? I just fell off a cliff. You should see your hair.
Contrast this with Encanto, which rarely ventures outside of its core setting.
Sita, help me out. Drawers! Floors! Doors! Let's go!
The only real sense of adventure is when Mirabel enters Bruno's room, and Encanto briefly turns into Indiana Jones. Aside from that, the action is contained within the casita and the surrounding town. There are no monsters to fight, no faraway places to explore, and even the primary antagonist is a concept rather than an actual person.
We are a family because of you. And nothing could ever be broken that we can't fix together.
Yes, this is all entirely by design, and they help strengthen the movie's themes. However, many people watch Disney for the wild escapes, but with Encanto, instead get a family drama with elements of magic realism.
Bonito. I feel like I missed something important.
Encanto puts its own unique spin on the Disney tradition, but this subversion may be disappointing to some. On the one hand, Frozen is a typical Disney adventure. It has clear-cut good guys and bad guys, cute animals, a variety of imaginative locales, and lots of excitement.
Catch! Thanks. That was like a crazy trust exercise.
Winner, Frozen. Round 4, Emotional Impact. Disney movies typically pack an emotional wallop, and neither of these films are an exception. Both films are about familial relationships, with Frozen specifically exploring the sisterly bond. Frozen contains its fair share of emotional content, including the demise of Anna and Elsa's parents, the betrayal of Hans, and especially the brief death of Anna.
Anna! Oh, Anna. No, please, no.
Its ending is a beautiful testament to sisterhood, with Anna sacrificing herself for Elsa, and Elsa realizing the deep love that her sister has for her. The act of true love was not a kiss from a prince, but the sacrifice of a sister. No other Disney movie had tackled this theme to such a depth, and it proved a refreshing bit of storytelling.
Do you want to build a snowman?
Anyone who isn't blubbering throughout the last 20 minutes of Encanto cannot call themselves human. Many have praised the movie for its representation and the themes that it captures regarding family issues.
Look around. We must protect our family, our Encanto. We cannot lose our home.
Encanto contains a lot of heavy material, not to mention tear-inducing moments. The waterworks start with Mirabel finding Bruno's dinner plate behind the wall, and they never let up after that.
My gift wasn't helping the family, but I love my family, you know? I just don't know how to... Well, anyway, I think you should go.
Abuela's tragic backstory leaves everyone sobbing, as does Mirabel's doorknob and the rebuilding of the casita. By the time the credits roll, everyone is desperately reaching for the tissues.
What do you see? I see me. All of me.
Frozen is definitely a touching movie with its fair share of emotional heft, but it has nothing on Encanto. The latter's difficult themes are universal, and it packs some of the saddest Disney material in years.
I asked my Pedro for help. Mirabel. He sent me you.
Winner, Encanto. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Round 5, Soundtrack. There's no denying the cultural blockbuster that was the Frozen soundtrack.
There'll be music, there'll be light. For the first time in forever, I'll be dancing through the night.
It topped the Billboard album chart for 13 weeks and has been certified triple platinum. Its biggest contribution to the Disney canon is undeniably Let It Go, which became a phenomenon and won the Academy Award for Best Original Song.
Let it go, let it go. I am one with the wind and sky. Let it go, you'll never see me cry.
It's easily the biggest and most defining Disney song of the 2010s. It was also the first Disney song in almost 2 decades to reach the Billboard Hot 100's top 10. The only downside is that Let It Go vastly overshadowed the flick's other tunes, no matter how catchy they may have been.
Isolation is confirmation of his desperation for healing hugs.
Encanto does not have this problem. All of its original tracks entered the Hot 100, with Surface Pressure and We Don't Talk About Bruno being particularly successful.
Mountains, I move churches, and I glow cause I know what my worth is.
Both have reached the top 10, making Encanto the first animated Disney movie in history to produce 2 top 10 singles on that chart. And by hitting number 1, We Don't Talk About Bruno has become Disney's first chart topper in nearly 30 years. The last was A Whole New World back in 1993.
It's a heavy lift with a gift so humbling. Always left Abuela in the family fumbling, grappling with prophecies they couldn't understand. Do you understand?
Unlike Frozen, the success of these 2 songs hasn't overshadowed the others. The Family Madrigal has also enjoyed some chart success, and Dos Oruguitas has received Oscar recognition.
Dos oruguitas enamoradas pasan sus noches y madrugadas.
Frozen was the cultural force of its time, but it has since been dethroned. The success of Encanto's soundtrack is unlike anything Disney has experienced, and it has solidified Lin-Manuel Miranda as one of the chief songwriters of our time.
Now see yourself in time.
You're the real gift, kid.
Winner, Encanto. Yep, it's a tie. It's impossible to pick one movie over the other. Both are equally great in terms of storytelling, characters, and themes, and both were the defining cultural phenomena of their time. Frozen is an undeniable classic, and Encanto is the hot new thing taking the world by storm. It's a certifiable passing of the baton, and it'll be exciting to see how both develop their legacies. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.